Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the middle school. My name is Dr. Steve Hudson, and I am your principal. I would like to introduce two very important people here at the middle school. Our assistant principal, Ms. Janine Campbell, who's actually videotaping, and our dean of students, Mr. Kenneth Core. This evening, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be hearing from some of our amazing teachers, all sitting over there, who will introduce you to some of the classes and opportunities your children will experience here at the middle school. Before I turn things over to the teachers, I would like to share with you how things work at the middle school and some of the changes that we've made over the last couple of years. These changes were developed to ensure clear expectations, a supportive environment for your students, and most importantly, increased parent communication. With collaboration from parents and students, we developed our school motto, something that we felt represented our students here at Riverhead Middle School. Our motto is we are responsible, motivated, and successful. This is posted on our e-board, throughout the building, in every classroom, and said every day during morning announcements. We developed a teaming model here at the middle school. There are 3 teams in 7th grade, and each 7th grade student is assigned a team for math, science, social studies, and English. Each team meets daily at a scheduled time to discuss student goals, progress, review data from various assessments, and for parent communication. For example, if for any reason you would like to meet with your child's teachers, you simply make a phone call, schedule a time with the team, and you have all those teachers there at your disposal. We increased the time students have for lunch from a half hour to 45 minutes. We know it is important for students to have this time during their very busy days to interact with their friends. Whenever weather permits, students are able to go out and participate in various activities. Students now have 4 minutes in passing going from class to class. We raised that from 3, again, to lessen the anxiety, help them to navigate the hallways, and if necessary, use the bathroom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present our first presenter, because I know that you just love hearing me talk. But I would like to introduce Mrs. Betsy, our English teacher.
I think I'm shorter than the podium. Can I stand over here? Is that better? Yeah, you can see me, I can see you. Cool. Okay, so George Martin once said, "A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies." In 7th grade English, we want our students to be exposed to as much literature as possible. We do this by reading across all genres and noticing and celebrating reading for the art and magic it contains. We also encourage and support independent reading by offering choice of books to read and opportunities in the classroom to read for the sake of reading. Isaac Asimov, who stated, "Writing to me is simply thinking through my fingers," offered really wise words. Writing in the English classroom is a key component in our curriculum. And like reading, we offer many opportunities, from essay writing to poetry to creative story writing. We also find ways to have fun, too. We work closely with the librarian to create ELA-themed escape rooms, include art and music to enhance understanding, and try to provide as many opportunities to interact as possible. We look forward to meeting our readers and writers in the upcoming school year. So I'm also going to talk a little bit about ELA AIS. AIS Reading is a support class, and it's tailored to the needs of the students. The goal is to work closely with English teachers to support students in areas of reading and writing. AIS Reading is offered on on an alternate A-day, B-day schedule, which will fit right into the student schedule. AIS Reading also offers independent reading, individual conferring, monitoring students' progress and growth, and most importantly, an opportunity for students to grow more confident in their abilities as readers and writers. So that's pretty much it about ELA. I'm going to introduce to you now the math teachers, Mrs. Reed and Mrs. Brown.
Welcome to the middle school. I have been teaching here a long time, and I continue to choose to stay here in 7th grade because it's such a pleasure to work with students when they first come to the middle school. I do want to try to put your mind at ease a little because a lot of times the math may look different from when, at least when I went to school. I'm probably now older than some of you, but not all of you, maybe. So just a short clip about math.
It's not the way you're supposed to do it, Dad. They want us to do it.
I don't know that way. Why would they change math? Math is math. Math is math.
That would be incredible. But please know that we don't expect you to be able to explain everything to your child. That's what we're for. Like Dr. Hudson said, all you have to do is reach out to us and we will work with you to help your child. Okay, so please don't worry. We will take care of your children next year. So we want you to keep calm and them to love math. So the goal is to work together. There are 3 courses. There's a Math 7, there's Math 7 AIS, and there is Accelerated Math. The Accelerated Math is a compacted curriculum of 7th grade, 8th grade, and certain topics to prepare them for Algebra 1 in 8th grade. So I'm going to introduce Mrs. Brown, who I've worked with for a really long time.
So I am the 7th grade math AIS teacher. AIS stands for Academic Intervention Services. I always tell the kids it means to always instill success. It's basically just an extra help class averaging between 12 and 18 students built into the child's day. The class meets every other day. In addition to closing the gaps of learning that may not have been mastered in elementary school, I support students with the work that they're doing in 7th grade math. For example, I may opt to pre-teach them a topic that I know is usually difficult for students, so at least when they go in the 7th grade class, they have some idea of what to expect. I assist them with homework questions, can offer them extended time on tests if necessary. I basically call the AIS class controlled chaos, because I could have 10 kids walk through the door with needing 10 different things. So I do my best to try to address all of their different needs. I tell them from the beginning, it's about what they need from me. I can have a structured lesson ready to go, but that goes out the window if they all have different things that need to be addressed. Basically, my goal is to give the students the confidence to be active participants in their regular Math 7 class and allow them to believe that they truly can be successful mathematicians. And I am going to introduce Ms. Kelly, the science teacher.
Hi everyone, welcome. So in 7th grade science, we really focus on earth and physical science. So for us, that includes the scientific method, chemistry, astronomy, meteorology, geology, and energy, forces, and motion, which is a little bit of physics. So in 7th grade science, we really focus on the hands-on approach. We really want your student performing as many lab activities as possible. So instead of me just being up here talking, we decided that we wanted to show you a little bit of what that is all about. So me and one of the other 7th grade science teachers, Mr. Leone, have created a short little video for all of you.
Welcome to science today. This is 7th grade science. My name is Mr. Leone. This is Miss Kelly.
Hi.
And we're excited and very, very looking forward to working with your sons and daughters today. And we have just a little bit of some of the stuff we're going to talk about this year in 7th grade science. We'll be talking about chemical reactions. Ms. Kelly, you want to do the honors?
Absolutely. Here we go.
We're going to talk about all this stuff this year. We're going to talk about the plasma ball, electricity, invented by Tesla, the genius who lived in Rocky Point. What else we have here? Who's this?
Oh my God, this is SpongeBob. So we'll be talking about SpongeBob a little bit when we get into our geology unit. We also got some triple beam balances where your student will be able to do some measuring with us. We got some modeling for them to do in our chemistry unit.
And that looks like an atom to me. Is that what it really looks like?
That would certainly be correct, Mr. Leone.
Hey, I remember that. We got all this stuff because this year we're going to be doing labs in the science class to get ready for 8th grade and 9th grade and the whole science career that you have, that your son or daughter has ahead of her or him.
Continuing on, we got some live specimens.
Oh yeah, we'll be showing some. I like turtles. Everybody likes turtles. Here's a little turtle here. We'll have some turtle races at a certain point, but remember, Miss Kelly, no gambling in science.
No, no can do. Continuing on, we got loads of dinosaurs that we will be continuing to talk about in our geology unit. And
Beaver skull. Fossils, we'll be talking about trilobites and all kinds of cool stuff in geology. Bismuth, the beautiful element. We're talking about all this cool stuff. And then finally, we're going to get to the super genius, Sir Isaac Newton, and some of his laws. And Miss Kelly is going to demonstrate a fantastic illustration of Newton's laws.
So we are extremely excited for your son or daughter to be joining us next year, and we hope you all have a fantastic day.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing you.
So I always tell my students that science is magic, but real. So we're super excited to have your son or daughter in our science classes next year. So up next is one of our social studies teachers, Mr. Butterfield.
Wow, I'm not really happy going after them. I don't know if I'll really live up to that. But luckily, they handled the technology for me, and I'm told to leave the stage, and the next person will hit the computer, so I won't mess it up. But I will talk about social studies in just a second. But I do, just like this reads, I want to assure you, your kids are going to be well looked after. Even though it's a big school, we break them down into 3 different groups. We talk about them all the time in a nice way, not a bad way. And we really, really try to make that transition from a single class that next year, I believe, it probably will be 9 different periods, goes smoothly. In August, your kids are going to start having nightmares about locker combination, and getting to class on time, and finding the bathroom, and where's the cafeteria. Please don't worry. The first couple weeks were really, really understanding. We get people there. I think this year we didn't have any tears at all. So please don't worry about that. The one commercial I'd like to put in, I've been at this for quite a few years. Next year will be year 39. And the most successful students I have throughout the years are the ones that really get involved in school, the extra things, the sports, the clubs, participating in things. You don't want them coming home at 3 o'clock. You really want to make sure that they're involved and taking advantage of the extra help opportunities. There's a lot there. You just got to reach out and get it. And if your kid is looking for a place to go, call the teams and they will find a place for your kids. Now, in history, we 6th grade, we do you're doing like ancient cultures and all that. We go back to American history. It's a 2-year class, and we start with the first Americans, and then we talk about then we move into the Revolutionary War period, which we're finishing up right now, westward expansion. We do this eventually the causes of the Civil War and the Civil War itself. In 8th grade, they pick up from there. And the only thing I could really encourage you, especially the kids that are here, just try your best. If you don't understand, ask. We're here to help. It'll be a very, very good experience. So thank you for coming tonight, and we will see you in September. Betsy Rotolo, and she's representing the language department.
So bonsoir et bienvenue, that is good evening and welcome. My name is Betsy Rotolo, and I am the French teacher at the middle school, but I'm here tonight to talk about all the languages and our language program. So your students, your children, are going to be choosing a language this year in 6th grade. I think it's fairly soon. There'll be a letter coming home where they have to choose. They can choose between Spanish, French, and this year coming up Latin also. And it's an exciting opportunity because this is going to be the very first experience your child has with foreign language. So it's literally going to be like going back to kindergarten. They're going to learn the numbers 1 to 100. In my class, we learn colors, days of the week, how to tell the date. We'll learn like things like family words, and then they'll make a family tree, and they're going to be doing projects in class, and it's kind of literally like going way back to learning when we first learned how to speak, but doing it in a foreign language. So when you learned a foreign language in high school, you probably only had to take it in high school. Now we start in 7th grade, and when they choose a language, we do like them to stick with that language to get the high school credit. So for example, in French, in my class, and in each language class, but I'm just using French as an example, 7th and 8th grade is French 1. Then 9th grade is French 2, and they are required to take it through the 3rd year, the 2nd year of high school to get the 3 credits. So they'll take it through at least their sophomore year. But we actually encourage all students to take it all 4 years of high school. If you'd like your child to continue on with the program, we have a fabulous program in the high school, and they can get college credits. Each language has a program where they can move on. We have AP classes in the high school in foreign language, and the opportunity for your child to get college credits. So we actually encourage your children to stick with the foreign language all 4 years of high school. But in 7th grade in particular, your kids will be really just exposed, and it's fun in 7th grade. 8th grade is a little more grammar, and then in high school, it does get fairly grammatical, but we still try to keep it a program that your kids want to be in, because we really do want them to see it to the end and stick through it through 12th grade. Just as an example, I had a student recently come back. He's now in college, and he came back to visit. He's doing some observing hours to go into teaching. And he came to visit me, and he said, I'm so glad I took it all 4 years of high school, because I actually got my college credit out of the way. And I have friends who are in college. Now they need to take a language class, and it's expensive because you're paying for the actual college class, and it's actually very difficult. So if your kids stick with it in Riverhead, all 4 years, the 7th and 8th grade year and all 4 years of high school, they can actually get a college credit, and it's just a great opportunity for them. We have a really great language program, no matter what language you choose and your child chooses to take. So looking forward to having them in 7th grade. And again, just like every other teacher said, don't be like taken back that, oh my gosh, how am I going to help them in foreign language? It's 7th grade, so you can learn right along with them. You can learn how to count to 100, learn the colors, learn all the vocabulary that we learn, and it's actually a lot of fun. So enjoy learning 7th grade.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Mrs. DeMarzo. I'm the music teacher here. I teach the general music class right at the top of that paragraph there. But we also have plenty of music opportunities in this school. We have after-school programs as well. So if your child plays an instrument, maybe they're in a band, there is band during the school day. There is wind ensemble after school, which is a select program, and it's audition as well. You also have chorus during the school day. There's lessons during the school day as well for that. And show choir. So they recently had a performance before the concert, actually at the Big Duck. They actually got to sing some carols, and they sing around during the holidays as well. We have orchestra during the day as well, and chamber orchestra at night. If you're interested in jazz, there's jazz band, and We also have, this year, a new club, which is my club, a world music club. We use drumming, we have all these different types of instruments that we don't always get to use during the class day, but these are really great opportunities for students who maybe like playing some instruments that weren't band instruments to come down and try some new instruments out. So general music, if your student or child is not in band, orchestra, or chorus, they come to me in general music, and we learn music around the world. We learn how to actually compose and write our own music using some technology programs in class. And they also get to perform using the drums. We learn about how music works scientifically. We also talk about how music can represent our feelings. Now, I usually ask this in my classes, but how many people listen to music usually in a day? At least once. Raise your hand if you listen to music at least once in a day. Right. The supermarket, in the car, on the radio, maybe somebody's blasting it in the room next to you, it's on at work. Music is always there. So I try to have students appreciate, even if they don't like it, know what it is. Because some of them will say, I don't like it, and I say, why? And they say, I don't know. Maybe I do like it. So I also teach them how to appreciate some of the things that they don't get to listen to all the time. Rap is not always the music we all need to listen to, as many of the students like to believe. Some of them find that they like a lot more music than they thought they would. So we go through all of the basics and appreciation in my class, and I think that students like to, beyond learning about music, they learn about themselves. They learn about the careers. Maybe if they don't like to perform music, they might like to be involved as a producer. You don't have to learn to play an instrument to be a producer. Maybe you want to be in marketing. So there are plenty of options to be successful in music without performance. So I wanted to give students that option as well. So again, you have the band program, the orchestra program, the chorus program, plus plenty of after-school music clubs. And again, those will be not introduced until a little bit later in the school year, probably around September, where those meetings at the end of September, early October, they'll start to commence. And then general music is an every other day class with me, and that's where all the music appreciation starts. Thank you. Have a great night.
Hello, I'm Mr. Brennan. I'm one of the tech teachers here at the middle school. On the first slide, it says in the past, technology projects have always been project-based. Today it's problem-based. So I was just doing the math while I was sitting there. I think I was in middle school in like 1983, and we called it shop class. We didn't call it tech class. And my first project I made was a cutting board, and I loved it, and I brought it home. I showed my mom. I'm like, look at this cutting board I made. She's like, great, you're not allowed to touch the knives. So I'm like, that's why we've kind of moved away from project-based and more towards problem-based. And problem-based means that I give them limited resources, I give them a challenge, and they have to try to succeed by with whatever tools I give them. We do a lot of projects that involve engineering. This is a quick one. We just finished this up. This is a bridge that we test to see who can make the strongest design. Right now we are working on a little stand to charge your cell phone. So stuff like that we've been working on to get them more involved in the choices of projects. I just have one more slide I want to show you guys. Yeah, so there's one of the a video of the bridge in process. So I'm going to click on it. Okay, so here's somebody's testing his bridge, and he's adding weights to it, and we have about 60 pounds of weights in my room, and it didn't fail his bridge. His bridge didn't break, so we had to add textbooks, so he's adding textbooks, and I believe it's about to fail now. There you go. So look, just like science, we got a triple beam balance. Now we've got to weigh everything to determine his strength factor number. So we do a lot of math. And this student is explaining how it didn't fail where it glued, it failed on the actual wood structure itself, which is pretty impressive because everyone thinks the glue would be the weak spot, and they learn about compression and tension and how it affects wood. It's a really good project. People use terms like compression and tension without me prompting them. Students. And there's a little more math, got a calculator in there. There's another student. You can see the students in the background. They're really scared. Got their hands over their ears. All right, so that's what your students will have to look forward to. A lot of hands-on, super fun. I've been here 21 years, and I still love every time these things start breaking or building stuff or sanding stuff. Really good time. All right, good luck, everyone. See you guys next year. Come on up. I'm afraid I'm going to dump the slides.
Hello, everyone. As Mrs. Du said, I am one of the Family and Consumer Science teachers here at the middle school. Family and Consumer Science was formerly referred to when I was growing up as home and career skills, but we now call it Family and Consumer Science, or what our students like to call it as FACS, because we like to abbreviate it and it's short and quick. This is a state mandated class. It meets every other day for the duration of the whole school year, so we often pair up with either technology or music or phys ed. So in our course, we kind of break it down into four main areas. Our first unit, one of the first units that we do is the textile sewing unit. This is actually a pretty popular unit among the students because it is very hands-on. With this first unit, the students will learn about sewing equipment, how to be safe with equipment. We do use a sewing machine, and they do complete 3 projects up on the board. We complete a stuffed monster that they get to keep, a pillow they get to keep, and then a project that we donate to the community. During our child care unit, students will learn the responsibilities of being around children. We go over how to be an effective babysitter, the stages of development, and we complete a project during this unit. This year we did a new project. It was the students had to pick one of their favorite children's books, storybooks growing up, and they had to create a board game that was age appropriate that tied in the theme of the board game of the book. The students really enjoyed that and had a lot of fun working on that. Food and nutrition is another favorite unit that we do cover in our class. The students will learn about safety and sanitation, how to measure, how to read a recipe, and then they actually do prepare meals and work together in a team setting and rotate and learn the different jobs of working in the kitchen. Most importantly, for this, you guys will benefit because your children during this unit will learn how to properly wash dishes. They'll learn how to properly clean the kitchen, the work area, and so when they come home, you can put them to work. Our last unit is our career unit. Here we'll talk about the importance of saving, how to budget. We look into how to apply for your first job, so we do fill out real job applications just to see the format. We do mock interviews where they have to dress appropriately. We learn about the proper handshake, eye contact. And then we do career exploration where they research a career that they're interested in pursuing. And I just have a couple pictures just to show these are some of the summer projects that the students work on. We do spend a long time, because it's every other day, it comes out to be about 3 months in our sewing unit, but they do work really hard during this unit, and they're very proud of the work that we create. And then I just have a picture on the left showing students involved in a food lab, hands-on. They work very independently. They have to read the recipe themselves. And on the right was just a picture of a group that created one of the board games. They used the Hungry Caterpillar, and they had to create directions and the whole board. And so that was fun. On a side note, I do run an after-school club. It's a FACS club, and it kind of coincides with what we offer. And students that have an interest in my course, we do offer electives at the high school level in the culinary field for students that want to pursue learning more about culinary cooking and that sense. All right, thank you, and And next we have Mr. Cappuccino.
So, good evening, everybody. Again, my name is Mr. Takapina, and I teach academic support and learning skills here at Riverhead Middle School, as well as 2 sections of the resource room. So I'm just going to give you guys a couple of pointers on what we do in academic support and learning skills. What this class or these classes are designed to do is to give students extra support if they're in co-teach classrooms and these smaller English, science, math, and social studies classes. It gives them extra support and extra time to work with the teacher to help them build the skills that will help them be necessary, or the skills that will help them be successful in all of their content classes. So the class meets once a day, 5 days a week, and the classes range from about 13 to 15 students. There we go, all right. So what this class does, it gives them an opportunity to have, there we go. So it gives students the opportunity to have some concepts retaught and also have some other class concepts being pre-taught in the classes. That way they can be successful and prepared for anything that they're going to do in any of their core content classes. So again, these classes help the students build necessary skills, and it's going to help them be successful in all of their classes, not just in middle school, but I also like to focus on skills that will help them be successful when they get to high school, college, and any other endeavors that they may pursue when their education has completed or continues in any stage of their life. So some of the things that we work on is we work on executive functioning skills such as organization, making sure agenda books are filled out every day, so that way students do not forget any of their assignments at night. That way they can stay on top of their schoolwork, and again, be successful everywhere they go, no matter what it is they choose to do. So one of the things that I like to do with all my students at the beginning of the year, and I like to change it up constantly throughout different parts of the year, is develop SMART goals, which are goals that are specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, realistic, and also timely. So anybody can come up with a goal and say, well, I want to accomplish this, this, and this. That's great, but you have to have a plan in order to make sure that your goals are successful. And to quote Herman Edwards, one of the reasons I like using SMART goals is because even though wishes do come true here at Riverhead Middle School, there is no way you are going to be successful without a plan, because a goal without a plan is merely just a wish. So the key to being successful is to have a goal in mind, and with a goal and a plan to get there, there's no reason that any of the students I work with in learning skills and academic support cannot be successful. So creating a plan of success is one of our main focuses in academic support and learning skills. So that's all for my spiel, so thank you very much, folks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for taking the time to join us and hear about some of the wonderful opportunities your children will experience here at the middle school. Please take a look at the back of your program and you will see a list of clubs that we offer, as well as some of the sports teams that your children will finally be able to participate in. As Mr. Butterfield explained, please have your children get involved. They really are amazing opportunities. They make amazing friends that will last them a lifetime. And again, as some of the other teachers have talked about, we understand that this is a big move for your children. They will now be moving from class to class, and the curriculum will become more challenging. Please know that we are here to support your children and ensure that they will be successful. Our doors, myself, Ms. Campbell, Mr. Cord, as well as your teachers, are always open. If you have questions, concerns, or you just want to ask them, just give us a call. On one final note, was mentioned already, the 6th grade students will be receiving and bringing home course selection sheets. We are hoping to get them out this Monday to you possibly Tuesday. And at that time, they will be choosing their foreign language as well as the music they would like to participate in. Now, after you discuss this with your child, after you've made a decision, please have them bring it back to their 6th grade teacher, and then we will get this, and once we begin scheduling, we will make sure that we get them in the right place. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you for coming out tonight. We truly appreciate it. We'd love that we could actually do this in person finally. Have a wonderful evening, and again, whatever you need, we're here for you. Thank you so much.